Bring the fucking war! Pull the trigger. Push the button. For this killing, I am glutton. Just a cog in the machine. Just a part of the slaughter. Bodies heaped up high. It was better you than I. Pray for the war. Pray for the war. Pray for the war. We got one more for you. This song's important. I hope you all take it to heart. It's called Keep Your Fucking Mouth Shut. Don't talk to the fucking police. People win, starting to kill. They wanna tell you about that weight. Silence is the golden rule. Bragging is done by a fool. Don't bring about all your crimes. If you do, you better walk that line. Super lonely, work alone, and don't talk on the fucking. When that devil drops, keep your fucking mouth shut. The stories just won't stop. Keep your fucking mouth shut. They'll bury you under the jail. Keep your fucking mouth shut. It will never fucking fail. Keep your fucking mouth shut. 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 Keep your fucking mouth shut.
Your fucking mouth shut.
Mouth shut. Mouth shut. Keep your fucking 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 mouth shut.
Gifts. More gifts. More gifts.
Mouth shut. Mouth shut. Keep your fucking 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 mouth shut. Good night, everybody. We're Violent Convictions from right here in Charleston, West by God, Virginia. And parts in between. Thank you guys for coming out. This next one's called Stillborn. Was not meant to be. So it's never the life for me.
All right, guys, we're live.
What's up?
How's it going? How's it going?
It's going. I guess I'll put my phone down.
Dude, that Stillborn song is sick.
Thanks. Thank you.
Dig that a lot. So real quick, I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourself.
I'm Corey. I'm Tom.
This is Violent Convictions, yeah. Actually got to see you. So I haven't been to a lot of like West Virginia shows because I don't live there anymore. But I did get to see you guys when I was in town at the Death Before Dishonor show. Which
That was a great show. It was a great show, yeah.
you also booked.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I've been a huge Death Before Dishonor fan and a Boston hardcore in general fan for like decades, and it was real surreal because I remember right before I got out of prison, they started letting us have iPad or not iPads, but little MP3 players. They were like this big, and they charged like $4 a song or whatever. And one of the first songs that I bought for that thing was Death Before Dishonor, and I remember doing burpees listening to them on the rec yard. And here we are, like 10 years later, we got to share a stage with them. It was awesome.
Yeah, man, it was I think one of the things I was excited, I was mostly excited to see my friends. I don't know if you know this or not. There's a lot of people, most of the people there I hadn't seen in probably 10 years. So it was like a real emotional show for me to begin with.
You
At
might
first, it
know,
was
yeah.
like, oh, it's Step Before Dishonor. I've seen them like so many times. And then they played. I'm like, nah, they're still sick, especially when they closed with True Till Death. Yeah, you can't beat it.
I was
People
kind
are
of
going
surprised they
nuts.
played that. Yeah.
We had, was it 3 months earlier? About 2-3 months earlier.
Oh yeah, we saw them in Reading.
We went up to Reading, PA, and we saw them at almost like a festival show. And
Reverb.
yeah, Reverb, and I like, I was a huge fan, but there are bands that sound amazing on record, but you really just don't understand what they're about until you see them live. And they're definitely one of those bands. The energy is just insane. Those guys.
Yeah, man. That show, just in general, Street Power was sick.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
they were terrific.
And Chris is such a good dude too. We have to talk a little bit.
they
But,
actually surprised me by how much I liked them live. I was like, damn.
yeah, I don't know that the studio recordings do those guys justice. Honestly, I don't think it has the same intensity.
That's a lot of hardcore. Like
Yes.
even bands that aren't hardcore. Like I went to Todd Down Fest in Detroit, and
Nice.
Fiddlehead played, and
Right.
like it felt like you were at a hardcore show still. I don't know, or like
That's
watching
awesome.
people go nuts for Turnstile.
Wow.
Yeah.
Death Before Dishonor gets bonus points for me too because Greg is a plumber. And I'm a plumber.
Is he?
So, yeah.
Dude, they get. I'm not gonna tell the story again, chat, because you guys have heard it so many times. But I thought Death Before Dishonor has saved my ass on like more than one occasion. One was some like internet beef where people were like talking shit about me, and they like up for me. Another one was a whole other situation where I thought I was gonna get beat up, but I didn't get beat up. Death Before Dishonor. So shout out to those dudes.
Awesome.
Yeah, man, it's always like one of the things I love about hardcore. Get it a lot with like you and Nate. It's like the whole idea of like you're playing shows, you're booking shows, you're going to shows. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like you're a band and you go to shows when you're gonna go play in the band. Like
It's
you're
fun,
always in
just-
there like cutting it up. Like you're in there moshing.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that because we've got a booking chat where a lot of the people that because it's not just me, you know what I mean. I've got a team of people behind me that help run the door and throw different tours out there and reach out to booking agents and like David, for instance, he's been a huge help. He's given me tons of advice. Because I've obviously been around a lot of booking agents and promoters over the years just from being in bands and stuff. But as far as like learning the back end and like what
Yeah.
What an official offer looks like and what your numbers should be, like he's been instrumental. But and that's one of the things we talk about is like who because we always try to put locals, of course, on these bills, especially if it's a bigger band, because we want to give everybody an opportunity to play with their idols. You know what I'm saying? Because it means something to me and him and everybody else, to get an opportunity to share a stage with some of these bands. And when we're talking about what bands to book, one of the things that we talk about is do those guys actually go to shows? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for
Are
sure.
they active participants in the scene, or do they just play in a hardcore band? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And we always, give it to the people that are active in the community, in the scene.
For sure. When you say David, are you talking about David Dunlap?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So when I was booking shows back in the day, he was my roommate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. It was a small
Yeah.
world, though.
He was my roommate for like a couple years. We were booking shows over at the Brick House.
Yeah.
We didn't really book together. We booked separately. We both booked shows, but he
Well, that's cool.
books crazy ones back in the day.
That's for
Yeah, I've known
sure.
him a long time. I saw him at Up Before the Sunner. You got, the HMC folks, Nate and all them. Everyone's got like their teams helping shit, and that's like something we definitely didn't have back in the day. Like it was seems nice. Like even with like HMC and stuff, I try to help out where I can, making flyers, stuff like that.
Sure. Well, that's what's great about the scene right now is it's really like a force to be reckoned with, and everyone is throwing in and doing everything they can to help support it and move it forward. And
Mhm.
like even dudes that like haven't been around for a long time are popping
They're
back
coming
up,
back around. Yeah.
and like Chris Wallace, Chris Wallace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he and I have talked, and he's come to a couple shows, and he's actually working on putting together a West Virginia hardcore website, to
Yeah.
really like give it like a blog format, and really give everybody an opportunity to participate and keep up with things.
Yeah, man, it's been cool. I started a West Virginia hardcore Discord server, as you know now.
Yeah,
In it. It's actually very active. Like,
I see that, man. I've been in there like an hour, and there's tons of people talking about all kinds of stuff. It's pretty neat.
I'm kind
yeah.
of like the person with that channel. I pop in like once every couple of weeks and I'll say a couple of words and then I disappear again. I'm old.
Who are
Discord.
you in the Discord?
Core Cadaver.
Oh yeah. I knew that even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm old. Discord confuses me. I shout at the sky. It's okay.
Yeah, I've
Beef.
kind of heard of it, but I've never used it until tonight. So
Yeah, so I've been on Twitch for like 6 or 7 years. So a lot of Twitch communities I ran through Discord.
it's awesome.
I mean, it really kind of started out as a gamer thing, right?
Yep. Yeah, it started off people would use it to like group chat and stuff, to be communities around games. I always thought that would be a great tool for music communities as well. And I'm not the first person. I didn't like reinvent the wheel. Like I've seen other people do it. So um like I'm big in like the hard lore Discord server. I talk a lot in there. Um yeah, so how did you guys get like started? Like what was your how long first off, how long have you guys been around?
So
That's a complicated question, I guess.
I guess Wild Convictions has been about what 4 or 5 years. I guess maybe like 5 years now.
Roundabout, yeah.
And then before that, to hear Corey and Ricky Steele tell everybody I like strong armed them into being in a band with me. Before that, we had a band called Chud, um, which was a little bit of a nod to the old movie too, but it stood for Causes of Humanity's Urban Decay. And it was me and Ray Hartzell, and we had a couple other members when we started, and kind of had a little falling out with the rhythm section. And we actually had a show booked with Michael Graves, like, what was it, within a few weeks?
It was 2 weeks.
Yeah,
was
like
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks after half the band quit, we were supposed to play with Michael Graves at the V Club, and the show we played the night the rhythm section quit was a benefit for our former drummer, now Ricky Steele, and because he had injured himself in a car accident. So after we played the show, and they quit, Ray had been in Patterns of Force with Ricky years prior, and I'd always heard what a phenomenal drummer he was and everything. So I was like, hey, you play drums. We've got this show coming up. Do you think you could jump in and help us at least, and until we play the show, and then we could figure something else out? And he agreed to. And then I had the same talk with Corey, but
It was slightly different, but yeah. I was with a band, an industrial metal band
Yeah.
in Morgantown. It's called Black Ozone. They're still around, actually.
They're really good.
Yeah, they are very good.
Sure,
They're
that's what-
really weird, but they're very good. Still great friends. He says, I heard you play bass. I'm like, yeah. And he tells me what the score is. And he says, can you just come down and do this one show? And that was over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But he's a very convincing fellow when he needs to be.
Yeah.
Ricky said I threatened him with violence to get him in the band. I didn't threaten anybody with violence. But I'm just such a cool guy. They wanted to be in a band with me. So they did.
I mean, it would fit with the name.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is so we had some lineup changes and we kind of wanted to go in a different
Hey,
direction.
real quick for a second, I
Sure.
forgot to turn my fan on, and as you know, I live
Yeah.
in Florida. It's getting really
Oh,
hot in here really fast, so you can keep talking. I can still hear you. I got wireless headphones.
Okay, sure.
My camera's gonna go off for a second.
All right. Well, I guess we'll keep going. So we had some lineup changes, and we wanted to kind of go in a little bit more of a like harder, a little bit more like metallic hardcore.
Chud was very like
Direction.
80s hardcore punk.
It was, and it was great, but we wanted to go in a little bit of a different direction. And with the lineup changes and the change in the sound we wanted to go to, it just seemed fitting to change things up. And I'm a big Hatebreed fan, and
Aren't we all?
originally, yeah, right. I wanted to name the band Remain Convicted, right, as a nod to them. And at the time, Matt Strobel from Huntington, and Horse Burner fame, and Hillbilly Death Ride, and a few dozen other bands that he's been in over the years, he suggested that we go with Violent Convictions instead, which I kind of liked it.
He had something else, and it was
What did he have?
he had it was Violent something, and I said, let's split the difference. Let's do
Oh,
Violent
there you go.
Convictions.
Yeah, there you go.
It was just kind of a light bulb.
And it worked, and it was it was a good like common ground for everybody to meet on, and I like the fact that it's kind of a double entendre, or how we say that fucking word.
Yeah, man. Just looking at the flyers behind you and thinking about like all these shows coming through West Virginia, man. It's getting kind of crazy.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Pro Mag's coming up. Bayway and
that.
Shattered Realm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's super exciting for me.
Yeah, I Hate God. Hoods.
Yeah.
Hoods already played. I already know that show happened. Sorry. Hoods and the other Bayway poster, previous one.
Yeah.
Surprised you
I
don't
had
have
to
the
kinda
Death Before Dishonor poster up there.
Yeah, I missed that one, huh? I'll have to put it up there.
Yeah.
Just full disclosure, this is my like regular office, and I had to fancy it up for the interview, so I just
Now
kind of
you're
slapped
good.
those.
You look at my background right now. It's my bed.
Nice.
It's not made at all. It's a bunch of stuff thrown on it right now. Usually, my morning routine is throwing a bunch of stuff on my bed. It's always fun. I should work on that.
Live your life. You only get one.
Yeah. Pro Mags, that's coming up soon, right?
That's Saturday,
It's
yeah.
Saturday.
And
That's gonna be a great show.
yeah, I had like talked about coming down for that or up for that, I should say. But just have too much traveling I gotta do. It's I mean the fact that I even fly down for shows at all, I feel like it's kind of crazy, but good to see
Well, it's
everyone.
just awesome,
Yeah.
And you live in Florida. What part of Florida was it
I
again?
live in Orlando, and you guys pull bigger
Okay.
hardcore shows than we're getting here.
Yeah, that's wild, huh? I saw in the Discord somebody had posted a Will's Pub flyer, and I remember Will's Pub from back in the day when I lived in Orlando.
That's where I go. I go to Will's Pub, like one of the main places. See, so I also listen to a lot of like pop punk and emo and stuff, and they get a lot of those shows,
Yeah, I could see that.
but they don't get a lot of like hardcore. Which FYA Fest is happening here. That's huge.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That I saw videos from this last one. It was wild.
Yeah. And I'll say this too. We got that same Bayway and Hoods tour.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And Haywire played here too. But the place they all played closed down, which is another big thing that like you guys do is having the venue and that going there and you guys don't
Well, it's
own the venue, right? You guys
no,
just
no.
And I think that venue actually is kind of special because, you know, it's a nice place, right? Like you've been there.
Mhm.
It's a nice joint. It got great sound. But where else are you going to see Agnostic Front in a venue that size now? You know,
Yeah.
where else are you going to see Cro-Mags in a venue that size? It's very intimate. It's very up close in your face. And,
While the I Hate God's playing there to me.
yeah,
It's,
yeah, that's big.
that's going to transcend past the West Virginia hardcore. You guys know, like,
It is.
For sure.
like,
And
that's
you know,
a show
full
people will come out of town for.
Oh yeah, and especially in a venue that size too. But you know, the thing is, and you know, I know in a lot of scenes, like promoters get a really bad rap. You know, but like I've lost money on every single show that I've ever booked, and usually not like a little bit of money, usually a lot of money.
Yeah. I think I've only ever made money booking shows twice, and both of those times I gave it to the local bands.
That's awesome. Well,
Gas.
that's how you're supposed to do it, man. And
When I
you
say
know, it's
make
like
money, I might have made like $60. Like,
I was just talking to Corey about the I Hate God show, and he was like, you know, if it sells out, like, are you going to break even? And I said, no, not even close, but it's
I,
fine.
I can only imagine that overhead for that guarantee. We don't got to speak about that on stream, but that's an off stream. You don't talk
Yeah.
about stuff like that on stream.
Well, it wasn't cheap, you know,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
can.
all labor of love, dude. And I'm super fortunate. I'm really grateful that like I'm in a position to be able to do stuff like this, you know, and like I'm a contractor. I own a fairly large contracting company in the area, and you know, I've got a lot of great employees and people that really like pour their heart and their soul into my company and share my vision. And a lot of people that are like in my position will buy like fancy cars and boats and big ass houses. But for me, it's like more important and more rewarding to do this stuff. So that's what I do.
Yeah, man, creating memories too, not just for yourself, but for
No,
everyone. And
yeah,
I mean, the hardcore community gives back in like other ways too. If like you get, it's a community that's like just not. Again, I listen to a lot of different genres of music, and the hardcore, the way they treat each other, especially now compared to like 10, 15 years ago, is
100%.
exceptional.
It's man, it is so freaking cool. I'm not gonna ask how old you are. I think I have a pretty good
Oh, most
idea.
people know, so I'll tell you. I'm 36.
Okay, I'm 47, and when I started playing, it was like 1994, 1995, and you know, it was Common Grounds in the middle of Summer Street, Charleston, and it's kind of feeling like those early days, like when everybody was still friends. It wasn't clicked up. It wasn't crews. It wasn't straight edge versus you know what I mean. Like it just feels like everybody is in it together again, and it really did splinter off at some point. Um, and it's really cool to see it come full circle now. You know.
Yeah. No, definitely. And Common Grounds. There's that Common Grounds band. Uh, they're playing what, November? Shop?
Yeah, that's kind of a funny story actually. I guess I'm loosely affiliated with those guys.
Yeah.
I'm their Sean Tum. They keep telling me.
Yeah.
They, uh, I haven't had an opportunity to rehearse, but Josh McClure. You would probably know him from Holden Caulfield. He's
Yep.
he's playing guitar for them. he's one of my oldest friends. We grew up together. We spent, every weekend at each other's houses. His mom and dad. I called him mom and dad. And my first hardcore band was Ball Pete, and he was my guitar player for that band. And to see him playing back with Jay, with Hanshaw, and they got Justin Kennedy playing drums for him from Burning Winter Sky. It's like, man, we're reeling in the years.
Yeah.
You know?
I talked to JX a good bit.
Yeah, I talk to him every day. I've known him forever and ever and ever.
I messaged him yesterday. I said, "You son of a bitch." I was like, I wanted to start a like a coffee shop / record store. I was like, the perfect name would be Common Ground.
Yeah, well, that was our venue.
Yeah.
That back in the day, it was Common Grounds. Bob Webb owned it, and it started out as a pissant little coffee shop, and he moved it over to Summer Street. He had a full blown venue in the back with a beautiful stage, great sound system. It was awesome, and we had massive bands coming through there too. Fugazi played.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We had Wolfpack, which was formerly the Bloodhound Gang. They were there a couple of times. Bludgeon played there several times. Just amazing acts were coming through, and a lot of that had to do with Dana.
Yeah.
Dana was a catalyst through that. But I grew up with the guys of Malicious Intent in the northern part of the state, and when they started coming south, so did I. And that's kind of Down to None came next, and then eventually that all morphed into Holden Caulfield, and
Yeah.
what happened with that. And I can sit here and talk about this shit forever. So
Man.
about this.
I wish I could remember what song it was. David Dunlap might remember if you ask him, Tom. But we did like a one-time band where we just did cover songs, and we covered Down the Nine.
I wish I knew which one it was.
I can't remember what song it was. We
That's-
covered.
I'm 90% sure I still have the cassette tape.
If I heard it, I would know it. But we covered Down the Nun. Covered all big band. We covered Sick of It All, Hate Breed, and I think Down the Nun. It was for a Halloween show.
That's awesome. I love stuff like that. When you just like throw together like a cover set just for a one-off thing, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. I wish I could. I'm gonna be sitting here thinking about that damn song. Anyways, so here's a question that we kind of ask everyone. What are your? It doesn't have to be hardcore. It can be any genre, but your top 5 local bands. Doesn't have to be current either, all time. And I'm aware that this list can change. So don't think too hard about it. Like, oh, I'm leaving someone out.
I don't know, man. That's a tough one because there's that's one thing that has always impressed me about the scene here in West Virginia is the tremendous amount of talent that's here.
I think that's to do with you. There's not much else to get into. You just play the shit out of your guitar, At least I did. I wish I not was as good as these kids are. But
Man, some of these young kids especially are like super talented.
I'll say right now, like West Virginia, like per capita right now has a lot of good bands.
It does.
Once.
One of my favorite new bands is Against All.
Yeah.
That Youth Crew straight edge shit is I've been straight edge since like 2008, so like anything straight edge is right up my alley. But
they're other than Nate, they were the second interview I did on this channel.
That's awesome.
Install. And Eddie is actually Discord moderator. I modded him like right off the bat. Also, you mentioned Dana. Dana's also. What is it?
I said, hopefully he doesn't kick me out.
Dana also is in the Discord. Dana White. He usually stays in the Minecraft section.
Okay. All right.
He stays in the Minecraft section.
That's good.
Kind of funny. Those dudes love the Minecraft section. Yeah. Yeah. So
Um,
Against All, that's a good one.
Nuclear Future. Love those dudes.
I'm from
Um,
Ripley originally, so they're like
Are
right in
you?
that. Yeah, I'm originally from Ripley, so I've known a lot of those dudes for a real long time. That's like 10 minutes away.
Awesome. Yeah. I also, another local that I like a lot from that area is, of course, Ghost Home.
Yep.
Um,
You're giving me
Friends of the show.
making it very difficult.
I'm taking all the answers. And then I don't know if I'd put them on my list, but prior to Ghost Home, Jason was in a band called Almost Hell, and that band was fucking fire. That was a great band.
Yeah, that with the so their drummer used to play drums in one of my old bands. And Almost Hell guitar player was a good friend of mine from high school.
So to be fair, if you're a drummer anywhere, you've been in every band.
We call it polydrummerous.
Yeah.
Holly drummeress.
JD, our new drummer, he's in
4 other bands, I think.
I don't know. I think he's in like 60% of the bands in West Virginia right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, every band is gonna have Chad gonna have Chad or man, Chad sticks in my head a lot. JD.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a limited talent pool for drummers, man.
A high barrier to entry though.
It is, especially to be a good drummer.
I know my mom wasn't gonna let me play drums in the double wide growing up, so
It's the investment, and then you've got to actually carry your shit and set it up and tear it down, and set it up and tear it down. It's being a drummer's hard work.
It's a thankless job for reals. And then you're in the back behind some fat guy like me in front of you. Or JD and then Ricky before him was playing hell trying to get a picture of because I eclipsed the whole fucking stage. I'm such a fat fucker.
it's also the most noticeable when you mess up.
100%.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
probably the biggest stress.
It doesn't help that all of us assholes, the guitar players and the bass players, immediately turn and look at the fucking drummer. It doesn't matter if we're the ones that screw up. We're still going to turn around and look at the drummer.
It's the official scapegoat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of JD, Don't Look Back. That's another great local band.
It makes me happy. I've had almost all these bands on. I've had
Awesome.
Ghost Home on. I've had Don't Look Back on. All's been on.
I've seen all of those episodes in fact.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
I feel, I feel good about we're talking about the same thing. You know, I'm not lost. I'm not off the page.
Bad Terms, another favorite. I'm stealing them all.
You need to. Is that 5 yet? Is he at 5?
I think he's
I can
at
throw-
5. I'll say this
I
about
got more.
Bad Terms, man. That new Bad Terms release.
Oh, it's so
It is.
good.
This isn't even throwing shade on anyone at all. But I think it's my favorite West Virginia hardcore release ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it checks all my boxes. Like one of my favorite hardcore bands are like I love Scarab and Naysayer and Foundation. Like they tick all those boxes for me. It's just heavy. Throw a shotgun blast in there. I'm all about it. Love that. More of it.
So, I mean, I guess the test for me always is: do I listen to it in the gym? Do I listen to it? Do I listen to them on the road? I live an hour and a half north.
Yeah.
And from Charleston, from Charleston. And if I'm putting your album on and I'm not skipping shit on the road, you're onto something, man. Like if I'm listening to every single track and I'm still bobbing my head, you're really onto something.
Speaking of Bad Terms, before this interview started, I got a message. You, Tom.
Oh God.
Let me pull back up. It's from Eric Pierce. You know it's
All
not
right.
gonna be bad.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's such a sweetheart.
He is.
Yeah, he said
If you had just said Trent, I'd have been worried.
I've also had Trent on, and that was a movie, man.
He's a trip, man. I love that dude.
I'm supposed to military press him into the crowd at Chromax. We'll see how that goes.
Where did he
Dude, Nora
Um,
is the best.
Yeah, that was so great. I'm so glad they caught that on video.
Yeah, that was great.
what happened on video?
Nora, have when
Oh yeah.
He was singing. With
Yeah,
that,
that was the
That
best.
was perfect.
Okay. He said, please tell Tom I said hello and that he's the best.
Oh, well, that's sweet. That's not true though, because Eric Pierce is indeed the best. We've decided that.
Yeah.
Dude, I was booking
What'd you say?
Cohen the Butcher in chat says Tom is really hot.
Oh my god, that's like the biggest pot calling the kettle black, because my wife is the hottest woman on the planet. I don't know if you've ever seen her, but
Yeah, I met your wife.
yeah, she's a smoke show. I don't know what she's doing with me, but I married way up.
Yeah, I was booking Eric's bands back in the day, like back when I was booking shows. I wish I could remember the names of all of them. I think he was Gumbucket, might have been him. And another band called Big Distus. Oh, I've known Eric for a long time. I always liked that dude. He's
He's
another
like
one
one
of
of the
those.
most genuine, like him,
Nice.
him and Nate.
He's kind.
Both of those dudes look like they would be the biggest fucking dirtbag, scumbag assholes ever, but they're actually the complete opposite. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, Nate will just like message. Nate messages me almost every day. And Nate will just message me. I don't know where he's like, "Hey man, I just wanted to let you know I love you. And you have a good day."
Dude,
Oh,
I don't know if I've ever had another man tell me he loves me as much as Nate has told me.
Same.
He's like
So
one of the best dudes.
yeah, great dude.
And so much energy. I wish
Oh my god.
he's got more energy than most toddlers, and it's super impressive. I wish I could fucking tap into at least a little bit of that.
There's a other type of person too that Eric falls under, of like Mike Young falls under this as well. They just super like soft spoken, like nice
Yep.
guys, but then when they do their thing, it's just
Oh
insane.
yeah,
For real.
dude, I loved Cold and Distant.
Yeah,
That
Golden
was so
Distance. Golden Distance on my top 5 list.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm looking across the room at a poster with them on it, with us from God, I don't even know what year that was.
2017 or 18, maybe.
Yeah,
It was
definitely.
Madball.
Yeah, Madball. It was one of the best shows that I've ever played.
It almost makes me angry that Trent is in like 3 or 4 of my top 5.
I know, what a piece of shit. Oh.
That's
Yeah,
so
he's a
good.
Contrary to popular belief, I feel like with him though.
Yeah, see, I knew Trent when he was an asshole, and I liked him then. So
Things have changed.
Yeah, I didn't get the memo on that one.
oh yeah, Trent was a problem back in the day. Trent was a problem. Chat, one's in chat if you know. Yeah, Trent was a problem. I love Trent though. Like I said, I even liked him. I've only been mad enough to want to him once back then.
Dude,
I
he is
didn't,
like
though.
one of the most talented people that
He
I've
really is.
probably ever met.
And he's
Yeah, he knows it too. That's the worst part.
That's what makes him a little bit of an asshole.
right.
Yeah.
'Cause he knows how good he is. And he's not humble about it.
My favorite thing in the world is like there's not a whole lot of dudes in hardcore that I can sit and really geek out about gear with. And I know if I'm gonna bill a Trent, that's exactly what I'm gonna fucking do all
Yeah.
night long. We're gonna
Trent
sit
and Be Fresh.
Yeah, 100%. Like we can just sit and bullshit about gear all night, and I love it.
That's when I just walk away.
Yeah, no, he's not.
I'm not a gearhead. I'm not even a musician. I just scream shit sometimes.
I like gear more than I should for my level of play.
It's a sickness for real.
Yeah.
It's definitely a sickness.
Well, the
I
sad
think-
thing is, for somebody that really doesn't even play any fucking instruments, I have a ridiculous amount of musical gear.
Yeah.
And like off the wall shit. Like Corey and I both each have a stand up bass in the other room for no reason.
Mine's kind of special.
Yours is special. I just got a good deal on mine, and I was like, "Oh my god, I've always wanted a stand-up bass that I could not play and look at." So I
Always
got it.
keep my guitar like right here, just so I can like noodle on it between playing games and stuff, or I've been writing stuff.
See what you got. See.
It's Reverend
Awesome.
Double Agent
Yeah.
Energy, and
Yeah.
it's like the most versatile guitar I've ever had. Just
Dude,
because of the
Reverend's sick.
stupid bass contour knob, man. It's a game
Yeah.
changer.
Those are great guitars.
It's
Good
great
score.
for because I like pop punk and emo, but I also like hardcore. So, Chad said you could play Wonderwall so good on that.
I picked up my stand up bass from Steve Matthews, Argyle Woolsby from Blitzkid.
Okay, yeah. What people don't realize,
West Virginia
Blitzkid,
band.
the West Virginia band on MySpace with the most plays. Any
Oh, yeah,
other
definitely.
band. They're not as huge locally, but you go to Europe, go to Germany with them, and they're touring with the Casualties. Like,
Yeah. They're I guess I'm running sound for them. They're doing a kind of a private show for like they just did 40 tickets. That's it. They're doing an acoustic set at Flatwoods Monster Museum in like my town where I live.
okay,
Uh,
I've been to that
So-
museum, so that's crazy.
I actually used to volunteer there. I volunteered there for years, just to keep it open on the weekends. And
Yeah.
it's kind of cool that they reached out and asked if they could do it just because they just love it so much. And yeah, they're going to come in at the very end of their tour and they're going to do an acoustic set.
Yeah, they might be the most played West Virginia band on Spotify. I'm about to go look. I'm curious what their monthly plays are.
I would.
I can't think of anybody else. Oh, maybe some jam bands. I bet there's some like West Virginia jam bands that probably.
Well, I should say like punk hardcore adjacent, because I mean Brad Paisley is going to dwarf anyone.
The only other I can think of really and they're on my list is Zayo.
So Blitzkid beats Zayo by about 40,000 monthly listeners.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Wow.
Zayo's
Okay,
at 35,000 monthly. Blitzkid's at 75,000.
there you go.
All right, good for them.
Yeah, that's good for them. That's I used to hang out with like the Black Eagle Tattoo crew, and then like I worked at I used to hang out with the Danny's Ancient Art crew, and then I worked
Kevin.
at Black Eagle, so I got to see the Blitzkid dudes a lot.
Kevin's man, he's been at like almost every show lately. It's good to see him out all the time now.
Yeah, Kevin Adams is one of my favorite people in the world, probably.
He's such a sweetheart. I'm trying to go down and get a little bit of ink from him, and it's just lining up the schedules where I can be in and he's available. It's been difficult.
Yeah, I got quite a few from him.
He's a
Yeah,
good
I
dude, very
when I
honest.
worked at Black Eagle, I would go to his house every Thursday. We'd watch a movie every Thursday after work, or we'd do it at the shop, depending on what was going on.
Yeah, he's a
Great
great guy.
dude. We still got to do your top 5 now.
All right, well, I was going to include the Holy Trinity as one, that since Tom just mugged me, we'll go ahead and split them up into 3. But it's Malicious Intent, it's Holden Caulfield, and it's Down to None. It's kind of where I know that's not where hardcore punk started here, but definitely modern hardcore. Those were the guys, man.
It's hard to argue that, like, it's easy. It's hard to say that it wouldn't exist without them, but I don't.
Right.
That they implanted that seed into so many people's heads that became important down the road, keeping it
Sure.
going. That
If you've never been
or if not even for that, just Dana booking shows in general.
right, well, and that's where that started, right? I mean, if he wasn't playing, he probably wasn't going to book shows.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think. And again, I was probably 13, 14 years old when I met JD and Dave from Malicious Intent. And when I met those dudes, they impressed the hell out of me. They were playing mostly covers, but the covers that they picked were just amazing because it was like Territory from Sepultura and Slayer's Seasons in the Abyss and Biohazard's Punishment, which I'm a massive Biohazard fan anyway. But I'm just like, I don't know who these fucking kids are, but they're my friends now. Like those are the guys I need to hang out with. And especially being from Shinston, Harrison County, that shit really didn't exist. We
For
were
sure.
bumping. We're the land of the Davison brothers, not anything heavy. So, but yeah, those three definitely for sure, 100%. Zayo is definitely in there. But I just played with them the other night, and they never see every single time.
Wait.
We didn't play with them. They played the other night.
Concussed on
we played-
Concrete.
I love those guys. Those kids are
Okay.
freaking
They're so good.
amazing.
They just
I'm-
played
but-
Sunday.
I was actually referencing Onakuma.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Man, those guys speak to my soul. And it's really cool because they're older dudes too. So we get to share a lot of stories, a lot of experiences. We know a lot of the same folks. We grew up in the same circles. So it's always fun to hang out with them. And man, they just beat the hell out of you. It's brutal.
I just stay back, man. I'm staying back.
Oh,
back.
I've got one leg. I'm not in the middle anymore, but I mean, even just the music just beats the hell out of it. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
masterpiece.
Yeah, Drake's voice is crazy.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Concussed, man, you mentioned Concussed on Concrete. They are so impressive at what they do, and they are really they're very original. It's that young brain, they've got fresh looks, they've got fresh ideas, and they bring it. Like they 100% bring it. And every time I've seen them, I'm just like, holy crap, they've gotten even better. The sky's the limit for those kids.
Yeah, man. Some of these younger bands, dude, you got. They're thinking like, Against All, Cast on Concrete, Dragged. That band's sick.
Right.
Yeah, I see more and more adding me on Instagram every day.
You seen? Have you had the pleasure of Final Seconds yet? Final Seconds of Suffering.
I don't think I've heard them yet.
I'll check them out, dude. They're good. They're nasty.
The first time we played with them, I was just like, "What in the hell is going on? What is that?" They're what, 3-piece? They don't even have a bass player, and they don't even need a bass player. Like it isn't.
I think they might have added they've added a bass player. The last show that I saw them at, they had a bass player.
They're incredible, and they're absolutely brutal.
Where are they from?
Parkersburg, yeah, MOV.
A neck of the woods.
Yeah, dude, check them out. They're tough.
You won't be sorry.
No. Yeah, speaking of Concussed on Concrete and Against All, I hope I'm not going to divulge too much, but some of those dudes are in Paloma that is going to be opening up for I Hate God. And it's going to be their first show, and I've heard some of their stuff, and it's fucking
sick.
wicked, and it's perfect for I Hate God. And I always try to put younger bands on every show I book just because it's so important. And, I really feel like that's kind of what it's all about. You know what I mean? Like hardcore is for the youth, and I always want to give the youth a leg up.
For sure. I mean, that's where it's going to continue going from. You know what I mean? That's
How much longer are we carrying this banner?
right. Yeah, it's
Realistically,
it's cool that it can be for everyone, but like also it's for the youth.
it is. It really is.
You looking for Final Seconds of Suffering?
I'm looking. No, I found them. Found that I Hate God flyer on Instagram.
Oh, it's not on Instagram yet.
No, it just popped up on Facebook. Today.
Yeah, dude, I'm a boomer. I barely fuck with Instagram, and JD actually is usually the one that posts stuff on Instagram. But
I got you. I got Facebook too. Hop on there.
yeah,
Grab it.
it's on Facebook for sure.
Yeah.
I put it on Facebook a few hours ago.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. It's a big show.
Yeah,
Like,
that'll be a good one.
I'm admittedly not like I wouldn't say not a fan of I Hate God, just not that well versed in like a sludge metal guy, you know. But I know,
Jimmy Bowers.
yeah,
He's the king of the genre. You can't.
I know more about that band than I know their music.
That's not hard to do.
Yeah, you know, they're one of those bands. It's not really my thing either. And they're one of those bands where I was like, it's kind of known about them forever, but never really listened to them. So I was like, let me listen to them and see what they're about. And I listened to them like once years ago, and I was like, oh, this ain't for me. You know?
I think you have to have a certain kind of lifestyle history. I mean, I don't know if that's too inside of a reference or too outside of a reference even.
What do you
I think
mean?
He's trying to say I'm too sober to enjoy it.
So, okay, I've made no secrets about it. Like I talk about this in stream all the time. I was a heroin addict. I'm like I'll hit 8 years in January.
Congratulations.
That's great.
And even during the heroin, I couldn't get into it. But it's not that I couldn't get. I just didn't try to get into it.
I don't know. Maybe I could see, I could see it appealing to like anybody that's on downers, but I feel like it's mostly the weeds, man. If you smoke a lot of weed, I feel like you probably get down with I Hate God more than.
Yeah, it's definitely the psychedelics and psychotropics and more. I think, but it's I was a fan, but I found them through Crowbar. I think
I love Crowbar. Crowbar's good.
Oh, yeah, Crowbar's sick.
Kirk is probably my favorite songwriter ever. He is a master at. I mean, he's the riff lord. That's what he is.
I have a lot of friends that love I Hate God.
Yeah, I just wanted more, and that's how I ended up on their front door. Well, not literally. That's how I ended up finding them was through Crowbar.
Yeah, I know they're like all big parts of that, like New Orleans metal scene and kind of the godfathers of it. Basically created a genre.
Superjoint, Down, COC. They've been in all those bands. So there's not really, and don't get me wrong, it's not like I can appreciate the music, but for me, it's not what I want to listen to.
And it's gonna be fucking sick live.
It will be. Let me tell you what. Listen, so I like death metal. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But we had that Narcotic Wasteland band play here last Sunday, and I've seen Pantera, Slayer, Lamb of God, Metallica, like all these huge thrash and metal bands. I have never been more impressed with the raw talent and technical skill by any band I've ever fucking seen as much as I have Narcotic Wasteland. Their drummer has 12 fucking cymbals and stands, and he plays all that shit.
Every single one of them.
While he sings. And then their fucking bassist is like he's got a fucking and you probably know what it is. I have no fucking idea. It's an 8-string bass that he plays guitar solos on while he plays bass.
It's a Chapman stick mixed with a Steinberg headless. I don't know if Trent knows what I'm talking. Trent.
Yeah, you tell him, Trent.
Tell him, Trent.
And then listen, this motherfucker plays the organ with his feet while he's doing all that. It's a 3-piece, and the sound is so textured and nuanced and layered. If you were to close your eyes and listen to these motherfuckers, you'd be like, there's got to be at least 6 people on that stage right now. And I couldn't believe it, dude. It was wild. And like and that's not even saying anything about Dallas, because he was in Nile, so, and he is like an incredible guitar player and singer. And like
he recognized as one of the best death metal guitarists ever.
sweeps and just fucking widdly woos out the ass, and not to take anything away from him, but like the other two dudes in the band, like they started playing, and everyone in that, nobody was dancing, no one was bobbing their fucking heads.
Everybody's jaw
Everyone
was
was
on.
just standing there going,
Yeah.
like, what in the fuck are these dudes doing? Nobody had seen anything. Like I said, I was taken aback, and I've been to a lot of shows, dude, and it was wild. I don't know. I got a whole new
Couldn't-
respect for that band.
Couldn't be me, brother. You could give me a guitar, and the only thing I would need is the top 5 frets in the first 3.
Well, listen, that's how I like listen. I love Oi. Oi is like my first fucking love. Like I grew up listening to Oi. Oi is my shit. But like, just when it comes to like talent and technical skill, like it was impressive, dude. It was like going to the circus or some shit. It was like a spectacle, more so than a musical performance almost.
It really was. It was a clinic, is what it was. If you're a musician, it was a clinic.
And I feel bad for anyone that listens to death metal that wasn't at that fucking show. I feel bad for everyone in Charleston that didn't go to that show, just because it was wild, dude. I am still taken aback by it, and I've seen some shit.
Trying to think of like times I've been blown away by that. The one that comes to my head. Okay, it's not gonna be the first band I named. So I went to a Slipknot show, All Hope Is Gone tour. And Coheed and Cambria opened for them. That shit blew my mind. I was like, I've heard it before. I've heard it on the radio, heard it in recording, but then you see him play it and you're like, damn, he's doing a lot. They're all doing a lot.
Well, that's how Narcotic Wasteland was, because I booked them, so I listened to them. You know what I'm saying? And like, to listen to them, it doesn't do it justice, dude. It really
Yeah.
doesn't. Until you see that it's 3 human beings doing all this shit all at one time, like without, there were no fuck ups.
No, and it was
Nobody looked at the drummer.
yeah,
Nobody looked at the drummer.
and it sounded, when you hear a 3-piece on record, it's very full, it's very fleshed out, it's very orchestrated because they're layering. There's everybody's playing multiple parts. Man, these guys, everything that is on their album is in their live show, and they are a 3-piece. And there's a lot going on.
I'm telling you, just get on YouTube and pull them up and look at their live performance. It won't do it justice still.
No,
Because there's nothing like being there, like from me to this camera, seeing them do this shit. It was fucking crazy. But pull it up on YouTube. Look. I can't remember the drummer's name, but he's a super nice dude from Colorado. But he's got drum videos up, and that shit is just watch. And I'm not a drummer, but I've been around a lot of drummers, dude. And like, I've seen a lot of drummers play double bass.
Yeah,
And like,
what are they called again?
Narcotic Wasteland.
yeah.
Narcotic Waste.
And like, this dude, usually when drummers are playing, they're like doing this shit. This dude was doing this.
Yeah.
He wasn't like up and down. It was side to side to fucking make it go faster. It was wild.
I'm gonna give my chat like a 10-second clip of this real quick.
All right.
Give me 1 second. Damn.
It's crazy.
That was crazy. That bass was insane looking.
Yeah, he's got he even has a trim on it, and he uses it, and it stays in tune. It's the craziest damn thing I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
crazy. And like, I've seen a lot of dudes play like 6-string basses and even 8-string basses, but not. He used all the strings,
And when
Yeah.
like all the time.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like
I don't even
full
use
on-
all 4 strings on a bass. I don't need
Yeah.
the little string.
I could need that, I guess, to do what that dude does, but I've never seen anybody else do it.
He needed more strings.
He did. Yeah.
It's gotta be expensive.
I bet.
Well, the organ, the literal organ at his feet, because like Tom said, while he's doing all that shit, he's literally playing organ with his feet to fill out the sound to make it.
Which Which is also crazy because another thing I could never do, I can never play bass and guitar and even do vocals, much
Yeah,
less another instrument.
right.
Dude, I'm telling you, like if you get a chance, if they come to your town, go see them, dude.
Yeah, even if you're not a death metal fan.
Yeah,
Uh,
just
I live in
like I said,
Florida, so they'll probably come here. It seems like a
I,
pretty
they-
hot spot for death metal.
yeah,
they would for sure get beat up if they didn't play in Florida.
Yeah, I wish I liked death metal because Florida gets so many fucking death metal shit. Crazy.
yeah, they do.
I didn't realize it was so big here until I was here, and I'm like,
That's the home of American death metal. I mean,
Yeah.
you got schools of thought. You've got
No, you don't. There's just one. Florida.
apparently they're playing in Orlando right now.
Are they really?
I think so. This is what a
No
chat
fucking
said.
way.
I'm about to go
All right,
look.
interview's over. You gotta go to that show. Pick this up next week, kids.
Oh no, they're in South Charleston right now. They're in Orlando. They're in Orlando tomorrow.
They're going tomorrow, dude.
I'll go. I've been to this venue before.
Dude, let me know what you think.
It's,
Yeah, dude, that's one thing I miss about Florida is there were so many shows there all the time. And like, you know Orlando, I'm from Crime Hills, right? So
Oh man, I know where that
Yeah.
is. Hey,
Yeah,
I'll say
you-
this about that
like
place though.
Crime Hills.
Great Jamaican food.
Great Jamaican food. You know, it was wild growing up there because like I got some stories. But like one day I walked outside and there was like a goat grazing in my neighbor's yard. And this is like, you know, it's like regular ass neighborhood. It's not like the country. There was a fucking whole ass goat just grazing in my neighbor's yard and chickens around it. Like and this is like a regular neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's not out in the, this isn't West Virginia. This is Orlando, Florida, mind you.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck is this about? Well, then like that weekend, a few days later, he had a huge fucking reggae party at his house and they killed the
Oh,
fucking goat and
ate the
cooked it and
goat.
ate that. Yeah, it was a big deal. But I was a terrible fucking person back then. And like to put shit in perspective, I was a white boy in Crime Hills and my black neighbors would call the cops on me. That's
Yeah.
what a terrible person I was. And like you know, do they still have that Caribbean Beach Club right there on Highway 50 and Pine Hills Road? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've been there once, ever.
So when I was growing up, they would have a huge fucking like because there's a lot of islanders in that one area in particular, a lot of Haitians, Jamaicans,
Yeah.
and like they would like Highway 50 is kind of like McCorkle Avenue.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
a
Main
Colonial.
thoroughfare.
right, West Colonial, and like when that place would close, they would like basically block the street off and have a fucking party in the middle of the road, and they'd be like selling barbecue in the middle of the road. This is at like 3 a.m. on the weekend, so it was like crazy. And but that's one of the things I miss about Orlando. So that's where I grew up, right there at West Colonial and Pine Hills Road. And the fairgrounds were like right across the street, and that's where they used to have Ozfest and all that stuff.
Okay.
So like everything was literally like walking distance from my house for big festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there were so many great shows all the time, and that's really like one of the things that made me want to do stuff here is because I remember being growing up there where you could go to shows every weekend. Like you had to pick what show you wanted to go to back then. You know what I'm saying? Because there were just shows happening all the time, everywhere, different genres, punk rock, hardcore, boy, whatever, all over the place. And you know, one of my first shows, and this is probably way before your time because they closed this place down probably 25 or 30 years ago. But there was a place called The Station, and it was like in Castleberry, and that's where I went to like one of the first 2 or 3 shows that I ever went to, and it was fucking SOD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was a great time. And then I remember Billy Milano was like, "Hey, watch out for that motherfucker in the pit. He's hurting people." It was the best, dude. And then I caught the bug and wanted to go to every show from then on. It was great.
Up in where Castleberry is. It's kind of close to where that Narcotic Wasteland show is.
Okay, that's not a surprise. That whole area, that's all Seminole County. So I did a year in Seminole County jail.
That's I've heard stories of that place too.
Dude, that was the worst time I ever did.
Yeah, I heard they're
There's
like hot as fuck.
well, yeah, all jails in Florida pretty much are fucking miserable when it comes to that. But there was no TVs, no radios. You were lucky if you saw a newspaper once a week. Um, they didn't take you to the rec, and it's not a yard. It's like a concrete pad in the middle of the jail with all the pods surrounding you is all it was. And it sucked. It was terrible. Like there wasn't anything to do but sit around and play cards all day. And get in fights. I got in a lot of fights.
So here's the next question we ask everyone. It's another top five. Your top five hardcore albums.
Ooh, albums.
And me personally, I suck at remembering albums. So I'll even accept like the second Hatebreed.
Well, I was gonna say Satisfaction of the
Oh,
is the Devil's
damn
Desire.
you.
That's probably number one.
I get to go next time. Or first
You
one.
can
This
do
is the hard-
repeats on this. It's pretty rare for Satisfaction to not be on someone's list that's on there. So if you have
Yeah,
repeats, that's fine. Actually, here I'll let you guys go back and forth.
All right. So you know Satisfaction, that's fine. I'm gonna take let's do Urban Discipline Biohazard.
All right. All right. How about
Actually, real quick, I gotta mention it because I usually do this too. It's the first Biohazard album to go on a list.
Is it really?
wow? That's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biohazard's been like I've always liked Biohazard, but they've never been like my favorite.
They're interesting because it went from like being like Biohazard was cool in hardcore, then it wasn't cool to like them in hardcore. Now it's cool to like them again.
Right.
Pretty sure they're
Yeah.
playing the Furnace Fest that I'm going to.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. That new album is going to be a killer, I think. I think it's right back into the old good Biohazard.
Yeah, Biohazard is going to be there, so there's a chance I'll see them.
That's terrific.
I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna do Lionheart. Welcome to the
Ooh.
West Coast 2.
First Lionheart mention. Which is wild too. I know I got Lionheart fans in chat because it's been brought up. That
I
band
love
rules.
Lionheart.
I'll take one I know he's not going to say. Master Killer. Classic.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't have put it in the top five, but I respect it. That's good. Madball Set It Off.
You guys are hitting the. I want to make a bingo card for any time Set It Off gets named, Satisfaction gets named, and Master Killer gets named.
All right.
My next
Yeah.
one's probably on there too.
Rightfully so, by the way. Rightfully so.
So, I mean, Keepers of the Faith.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's the next one on the bingo card. There's one more I don't think you guys are going to hit, but
Yeah. I don't see how you could have a top five best hardcore albums and not have that motherfucker on there.
I've frequently said this, but Terror is probably, like, in my opinion, the best hardcore band. Not my favorite hardcore band, but they're the best hardcore.
It's really hard to argue that point.
You know, I gotta do Blood for Blood.
I was going to let you have it.
Yeah.
Let's let that chat one too. So, in the same vein, I'm going to say Sheer Terror, but
All right.
Ooh.
I'm going to mix it up a little bit because my favorite of theirs is not usually on most people's list, and that's Love Songs for the Unloved. That was the EP that they did.
Might actually, chat, stop me if I'm wrong. Might be the first Sheer Terror mention, which is crazy to think that they haven't been named until now.
Dude, Paul Bearer, when you meet Paul Bearer, he is 100% exactly what you
He
expect
is.
him to be.
Yes, that man cannot be anything but Paul Bearer.
Yep, for sure.
So how many is that? Is that 4? You guys got one each?
Oh, are we doing 10 total?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh wait, no, wait. Did we do 5?
Yeah, we said 5. Yes.
Yeah, we I think
So
we did 6.
we got 4. We got 4 each right now. 4.
Okay, so you're at number 5.
So I said Blood for Blood, Outlaw Anthems is the pick.
Oh,
So
Blood
we're
for
at
Blood
5.
was your 5th, right?
Okay.
Okay, you said
Yeah, Blood for
Satisfaction.
My 4th was
Satisfaction.
Shakira.
Okay, all right, yeah, you're on 5. You're on the 5th.
God, this is tricky, isn't it?
The
Yeah.
5th one's always the hardest because it's your last chance.
Hmm. Can I phone a friend? I don't know, dude. I think we hit all the biggies, right? We got Madball, Terror, Blood for Blood. Oh, Sick of It All.
Oh, good one.
What's I don't know, what's the best Sick of It All album, you think? Oh, Cro-Mags, Age of Quarrel. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Great pick.
I'll come back to Sick of It All.
Let's go back to Brooklyn and man, oh God, I don't know. I'm so torn here because it's like really my introduction to this music was Agnostic Front, you know,
Yeah.
and it's really hard for me to not, but it's also really hard for me to narrow that down beyond like 3 the most amazing albums ever made. But influentially, I think I kind of might have to say Life of Agony, Rivers Runs Red.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I did not see that coming.
You fucking, that was a curveball.
I know it's
How do you jump from Agnostic Front to that?
well,
Yeah.
I mean, it really comes down to I don't think that I can pare down because I don't know. There's just so much great Agnostic Front. There's I can get it maybe down to 3, but
Victim in Pain.
yep. The one with For My Family and Gotta Go.
Yeah.
Three records.
Oh, was that My Life, My Way?
No,
was
that would be the 3rd. That one was shit. The title track on it also was a massive.
Something's got to give.
It's got to give. Thank
Yeah,
you, thank you so much. But yeah, I mean those three were massive for me and still in heavy rotation. But there's something about River Runs Red that just captivated me when I was that age, you know. And I think it was there's a lot of pain in that record, you know. Keith really just he's a hell of a songwriter. Actually, all those guys are hellacious songwriters.
Solid list. You know what? You know what? The one you guys didn't name that frequently gets named is Have Heart. Which I didn't expect you guys to go Have Heart. So, things we carry. Things we carry.
I mean, I get it, but
My generation, Have Heart's huge.
yeah,
Like to a lot of people from my generation, there's not a bigger band. They're not on my top 5 list either. My top 5 list though is like you guys are gonna hear mine. You're like, what the fuck? But
no, yeah, no, great.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Come on.
so I'm gonna say I usually don't like to say mine every time. Mine's changed a little bit since my last stream.
All right.
I'm going number
Where
1.
does our live album fall in your rotation? Is it?
When are you guys? Do you guys have plans on recording?
So, man, listen. We recorded this whole fucking album, and you know, we went. And I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody, but we went with a local guy, thinking, all right, well, we'll be able to get in, and like, if we need to retrack, we can do it. And it just didn't work out that way. And then like,
Well, every recording engineer has their process, right? And he has his process, and it works for him.
he doesn't record bands like ours.
No, and I think that he also recorded it with the intention that he was going to mix it,
Right.
and that's kind of that's kind of where the lines got crossed. So
He knew I was. He knew I had to.
well, but I think he recorded it
Like he
as
was going
like
to do
he
it.
was going to
Right,
mix it.
yeah.
You know,
But you know, and that was a year and a half ago, probably.
at bare minimum.
Yeah, we recorded the whole album, and now we got a whole new drummer. You know, and what's fucked up is like we got the title track, we got the art. Shit, I've already got a T-shirt designed to go along with the motherfucker for whenever it comes out. And you
Ready
know,
to go.
we sent it out to, which I'll go ahead and tell you, the dude that I got to do the art is Mick Lambrow. I don't know if you're hip, but he does art for like Murphy's Law, Agnostic Front, like
The like the seminal Murphy's Law cover. That's Mick.
right.
Like he the last tour, the tour that came.
The tour
here,
poster that we got here, he did the
that was that's his art.
But and he's a phenomenal artist. But I've had the art for as long as we've had the album we thought recorded. So Joey from Cropsey in New York was who I was going to have mix and master. We sent it to him, and he's like, "Man, I can't work with this." So now he's gracious enough to let us go up there and record with him. But we just got 5 grown men with families and jobs that we've got to like take a weekend and go to New York to record
And work around his
Yeah.
schedule also.
and work around his schedule. And he, you know, his studio is called Amplitude, and he stays busy. He's in like 3 bands himself, and he runs the studio. So it's, you know, it's tough to get up there, but hopefully, I don't think it's going to happen this year.
Yeah.
Which it pains me greatly to say that, but
It's September. It's reasonable that it won't be this year.
hopefully
Well-
the first quarter of next year.
Yeah.
We'll put it like that.
We've got stuff coming up, and he's got stuff coming up, and you know, again, we've all got kids, and they're all in activities and stuff, and it's just tough, you know.
And what sucks
And
is
adults.
we had like the perfect weekend that worked for everybody, and then fucking JD had to ruin it and remind me that I got this show booked for that weekend. So can't do that. So but
Yeah.
we'll get up there. Hopefully beginning of next year sometime we'll have something.
Yeah, January in New York sounds great.
But
All right.
anyway, you were gonna tell us your top 5.
Yeah,
Ready
no,
for
no,
you guys
no,
to judge my top 5. Number 1 for me, it's Foundation Turncoat.
All right.
Okay, yeah,
Love Foundation.
Number 2, Cold World, No Omega.
that's great.
Number 3, Down to Nothing, The Most.
I love Down to Nothing.
All right, well, I'm not getting judged then. Okay. Number 4, Down Presser, Don't Need a Reason.
Okay,
And then number 5, be Keepers of the Faith.
yeah,
All right. Respectful.
yeah, absolutely. I see where all that comes from.
I just like never. I feel like people are like, how come? I'm just not a big Madball guy. Like I don't hate Madball. I like Madball, but like I've never been like, it's my favorite band ever. Or like I love Hatebreed, and Hatebreed used to be on my list at one point for sure. And Hatebreed will probably be on my list again. This list is ever changing depending on my mood and where I'm at in life, I guess. But
You mentioned another great New York hardcore band, kind of by accident, was Judge.
yeah, I just saw Judge recently.
Oh, that's sick.
How are they? How are they now?
They're sick. They're good. Good
Can't
stuff.
imagine anything different.
Yeah, they were. It was big crowds at the Tide Down Festival. They played it. American Nightmare played. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I
They're
bet that
definitely
was
on my.
cool.
They're definitely on my list at some point.
Yeah,
Need to-
no one was better than Foundation in my opinion for the whole fest. Foundation, I damn near cried during Foundation because like it was so. Some of my backstory: I got clean from drugs and just like isolated myself, so I didn't go to hardcore shows for like damn near 10 years, 8 years, 9 years, somewhere around there. And then Foundation like gives this like big speech that just hit in the right spot. And like any like insecurity I had or like gone. It was
Well, dude, I hope you know that like that shit, which you overcame, is something that you shouldn't be ashamed of. That's something you should be proud of. You know.
oh yeah, no, yeah.
Something like-
I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there.
And that's like overcoming that shit is one of the biggest things that you can ever overcome in life. And I've
Yeah.
got a tremendous amount of respect for anybody that can overcome addiction, because there are tons and tons and tons of people that just give up and don't give a fuck and just wallow
Well,
in it.
how many friends we lost?
Oh,
You know,
in
countless.
West Virginia, it's a
Yeah,
fucking
man.
war. There's more bodies than armed conflicts.
Friends, family. I've buried a lot of people, man. It's yeah, it's that's why that Vile Mind album too, man. Like the themes of that thing hit me so hard.
And that's another banger for sure.
Yeah,
That
Vile
was,
Mind's great.
that was actually like, I hope I'm not telling too much dirt, but I listened to that album. We played their release show with them,
Yeah,
and I listened to the album while I was on my way down the road because they had released it streaming that day. And again, I live an hour and a half away, so anywhere we go, I'm traveling an hour and a half first before anything. And I listened to that album, and that, man, I kept listening, I kept listening, and I came in here to tidy up some of my tracks of the existing album,
Oh yeah.
and I
No.
came out, I cut like, I retracked like 4 songs, just tidying them up, and I came out of our room, and I told Tom, I'm like, I don't like this. I'm like, after I heard where they set the bar, I'm like, this feels lifeless. It feels like this isn't our energy.
yeah. I mean, it's interesting too. Part of that of what they got, you can't. There's something there that can't be mimicked. Of like,
Yeah.
there's dudes have been playing music together throughout different bands, just hanging
Sure.
out forever since I've known them. Like I've known those dudes of being.
A super group.
They
Honestly.
are.
Yeah, it's
They've-
weird to call them that because it's all local. It's like a West Virginia super group though. It's like
Yeah.
ex Cold and Distant, ex Hard Time, well, current Hard Times even. Bad Terms. Like I would love to get Ryan Herndon on here because I sit and think about it, and that dude wrote the guitar part to like my early adulthood. Like so many bands I've heard over the years came from that dude.
that
And
that album made me realize that. I mean, it was, for lack of better terms, it was inspirational because I realized that we could do a lot better, and we needed to do a lot better.
That's something that we've always struggled with as a band is
Is it good enough?
we're not a fucking studio band, dude.
No, we're not.
I don't even know what a fucking click track sounds like. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like we have played, I don't know, maybe thousands of shows by now.
Yeah.
And
Me and you. for
yeah,
sure.
like with Chud and then Violent Convictions and then Blair Mountain Bastards and Script, between all of the project, because that's the thing, is like all those projects we share a lot of the same members all the way across, and it's like, man, we played a lot of fucking live shows together, and we're a live band. We're not a studio band. And like, for me personally, like, it was really challenging for me to like try to track vocals on some shit without them playing next to me, with that same energy. It's hard to fake it, because that's what it felt like to me, tracking vocals like in a studio like that. It felt fake. And even like when Steve, our guitarist, when he came in, he and kind of listened to what I was doing, he's like, wow, you're much better live than you are.
Yeah.
That, and it's true, because it felt lifeless. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's a chemistry when you've been playing with the same dudes for so long. There's a lot of chemistry. You just look at each other's eyes and you know what's coming. You know what that dude's going to do across the room.
And a lot of our songs too, we've played them hundreds of times, but they change every single fucking time. And like it's completely organic, and it just happens. And we might drag a part out, we might change a part, we might do something different, when we're doing it live. And we have that chemistry, and we know what we're all going to do at the same time without even communicating it. You know what I'm saying? And like, to do that in a studio seems fucking weird to me.
Almost disingenuous.
It does. It feels fake, So, but we'll figure that shit out, I guess. But that's
Yeah.
that live album that's on Spotify.
That's
Like, we were in the process of recording the full length we've been working on forever when we got that, and that wasn't planned. We didn't go to the guy and say, "Hey, record this." The way I really didn't even know Logan at that time. But what happened is he put out a fucking YouTube video of one of our songs. As a matter of fact, I didn't even see the motherfucker for a month or something, right? And then somebody sends me. I said, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" And I was like, "Wow, that sounds really good." And then I found out he recorded our whole set from the soundboard at a show we played at the Empty Glass. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I got it." And he sent it to me, and we listened to it. I was like, "God damn, this sounds 10 times, 100 times better and more authentic than that shit that we did in the studio." And we picked out, the best tracks off of it. That there were several other tracks that were good, but we didn't want to release them because we were kind of saving them for the full length,
And I think too that we definitely cherry picked what represented us best.
Yeah, I think so. And even like the stage banner and talking shit and talking about pissing on cop cars and whatever else, that was all like just
That's a BC show.
yeah, for real. And it felt real, much more real than some shit we were doing, in a studio
be-
recording.
Gotta be
So,
careful. We're thin blue line over here on my.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll hang up real quick. Then. I'm in completely the wrong place. This isn't. Hey, you got to see that. Oh, I put it in the Discord. Did you see the new shirt design?
I did see it. Yeah, I
It's
saw
so
it.
fucking sick. I cannot wait to get it.
I wanted this. I wanted to send it to some friends that aren't even in the scene because so before I was a music streamer, I was like a political streamer.
All right.
Very not fucking with the police.
Good.
I was like kind of raised like that.
There's a unifying message throughout our set for sure, and it's 4 letters.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck the police. That's the name of the game. And fuck Paw Patrol. Especially.
Just
Yeah,
Chase.
I don't want to leak your shirt design, but it's good. Which I mean, technically, you leaked it. You posted it on the Discord, but
Dude, I don't give a fuck.
No.
It's gonna be in a shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up on the stream real quick just so people know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna have it for the Chromax show.
Damn, I wish I was gonna be there.
I'll send you one.
We'll get you one.
I
All right,
got you.
sick. Yeah, we'll talk. No, it's funny because I have all these crazy shirts that I like wear to work, and you know what I do. I've told you what I do, Tom. I'm a software developer for
Right.
No
pretty
way.
big
Are you right?
projects. Yeah, and I wear
That's-
some unhinged shirts. I wore this to work today. It's a God's Hate shirt that has the Heaven's Gate away team logo on it.
I literally was quoting "Finish the Job" the other night in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny
Guys.
story. I met Corey after I got out of prison and shit, right? And so everybody knows, like, I was a really terrible fucking person before I went to prison. And when I got out of prison, I turned my whole life around, changed my whole worldview, and like, and I did the work to be better. You know what I'm saying? But prior to that, I was a scumbag. And so Corey, when we had our first rehearsal with Chud, to get him ready to play with Michael Graves with us, we were talking, and he was like,
we were friends previous, but
yeah, but we didn't really know each other super well. You know what I'm saying? So like when we got in the band together, you know how it is. When you're in a band, you spend a lot of time with your bandmates and you talk and you get to know each other, and like I know the dudes in my band and dudes that I've been in other bands with better than I know a lot of girls that I've had relationships with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we're talking, and he's like, he's telling me that he works for this software development company, right? And he's like, yeah, and this dude was a scumbag that had the job before me, right? And I was like, really? What's the job? And he told me, I said, I'm the scumbag. You took my job when I quit. and yeah, it was so funny just because, you know, I was 20 or 21 when I quit that job, and they hired him,
Yeah. And I was there almost 20 years.
right, to take the job that I left. And it's just such a small world. But you know, I'm a fairly tech savvy dude. You know, you'd probably never know it since I don't fuck with Instagram or Discord. But you know, I got into like web design, remote server administration when I was still like a teenager, and but I got kicked out of high school like 3 times and never got my GED until I went to prison. So like, but I've had some good jobs, and that was one of the good jobs I had for a software development company, and I just fucking completely lied on the application to get the job. And I just faked it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go into detail about what I do, but it's a interesting job.
It's, I had a lot of good memories in that field.
Yeah.
I had a lot of bad ones, but I had a lot of really good ones. And I can honestly say that my company took very good care of my family for the
Yeah.
time that I was with them. And they took very good care of me. And they allowed me a lot of latitude to go and play, dumbass guitar on the weekends. So,
Yeah, it's also like very lucky to have that in West Virginia.
yeah, it definitely doesn't exist here.
Yeah,
Sure.
if I had an opportunity to do what I do there, I would take it up in a heart.
Well, I'm still in contact with the company. The bad thing is when I left, I was, um, I was running the company, at least the technical side of it. We had a CEO that dealt just with the business and the clients, but I'm still very, you know, very tight with those guys. So if something comes open,
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
I work in a very niche field. I'll tell you off stream, but
Yeah.
it's not even that I'm just trying to keep some separation between my internet
No,
life and
I understand. And this is a super, super, super crazy niche field too. Like, I mean, minute portion of the technical field is what we did.
yeah.
So I get it.
Man, so I've actually had you guys on here for an hour and a half, which is like 30 minutes over what I try to do. So
Oh, wow.
I just now realized that it was that long.
So are we that, or do we just drag on that long, or has it been a good time?
No, that's good. The fact that I didn't realize it should be a testament to that.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, I had no clue that we had been going this long. That's usually a good sign. I'm gonna let you guys shout some stuff out. These shows you got coming up, whether you booked them, you're playing them, or you want to go to them.
Well, I want to start with a show that I did not book, but I'm gonna fucking be there, and it's the Haywire show on October 1st.
Yeah.
See you there. I'll be there. I'm flying in for
Oh.
that.
Fuck yeah.
So I was on the fence, but you may have just leaned me in the right direction.
I also made 2 of the flyers for it.
Oh, great.
You're gonna be the
And
only.
I can't leak this yet, but I designed something that you're gonna be able to get there. Can't say
Oh,
what it
that's-
is yet, but
I've seen it. It's
Oh, that's awesome.
Haywire is the one selling it. So
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's good. That's good stuff.
yeah. So there's that. Then Saturday, of course, we got Cro-Mags. And I wanna shout out one of our good buddies too, and we're in another project with him too. And it's John Gallimere. He's like a great dude, and he's got a new project coming up too. You guys got to keep an eye on it. I think they already have a Instagram. Was it Truth is Treason? Truth is Treason. Truth is Treason. Yeah, sick name. And
Sounds great.
that's another fucking West Virginia super group. If you didn't
Yeah.
know it, but it's gonna be sick.
oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
I mean, fucking, I love these dudes. You got fucking
Yeah.
Bernie in there, Brendan, Seth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be. And if you've not heard the clips, it's they definitely have kicked off on the right foot.
I cannot wait to check it out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Unfortunately, apparently their first show is when we're gonna be on a run in Virginia with Violent Convictions, so we'll miss the first one.
That's why Rockwell's can't come.
Right. Well, that's what- yeah.
Y'all doing Richmond?
Yeah, so we're going. We're gonna play Roanoke, Richmond, and Lynchburg. I think.
You know where you're playing at in Richmond yet? I got a lot
we
of
have played
Richmond.
once. Yeah.
I got a lot of Richmond friends.
Oh, nice. Well, hopefully they all come to the show and we can meet them.
Yeah, send me the details
show's
on
gonna
that.
be
I'll
at
see if I can
Another
make
Round
it
Barn
out.
Grill. If you're familiar,
What is it?
the show's gonna be at Another Round Barn Grill.
Other Round Bar and Grill. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
let me get the dates.
It's late November.
I got so many notes.
So
on my
it's a
phone.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday run.
Here it is. So Roanoke, we're gonna play Friday, November 21st at the Blind House Brewing Company. And by the way, there's a Lynchburg band that's gonna be joining us on the whole run called Infamy. And if you haven't fucked with Infamy yet,
Man, they're sick.
you need to check them out.
God, they're sick.
They go hard as fuck. And then in Richmond, we're playing again at Another Round Bar and Grill on Saturday, November 22nd. And that's going to be us, Infamy, and Side of Suffering. And if any of your homies in Richmond want to hop on, tell them to hit me up because I think we're still looking for another band or two to round that lineup out.
You hit up that Fit Check band yet?
They're playing in West Virginia.
So,
that same night.
I hate to break it to you. I'm also going to be in West Virginia that weekend.
What the fuck?
Well,
Of
I'll be in
course.
West Virginia from the weekend before up until the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice. Well, we'll have to get dinner or something while you're in town.
Yeah, I'll still see y'all while I'm in, but
You'll
I'll be up in that area.
We understand. And then we're going to play Lynchburg at the Super Rad Arcade Bar November 23rd, and that's a Sunday, again with Infamy. And I think that they already have another band or two, and the Roanoke show, we've got Dream Killer on that bill.
they're super high
And
energy.
who else was on that? Oh, is it
Sex Agenda? Is that on?
Is it Sex Agenda?
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah,
was-
Sex Agenda.
Someone in chat said for Virginia, hit up Thin the Herd or Contact.
I'm making notes. All right, we'll do it.
Contact. We played with Contact, didn't we?
Where did we play with them?
God.
You know what they say? Contact.
Contact. All right.
I swear.
It does sound familiar now that
Yeah.
you mention it.
Yeah, I think we played with them somewhere.
I have a terrible memory. I've got the memory of a goldfish, so it's hard for me to keep track of stuff. But we got Chromag Saturday. That's this Saturday. And all these shows are at Live at the Shop in Dunbar. And that's what's nice. So I live in Dunbar, literally a few blocks from the venue.
Oh, nice.
So it's super convenient. So we got Chromag Saturday with us, Bad Terms, Rockwell's Ghost, and Against All.
Rockwell's
Oh,
Ghost.
line up.
They're our boys.
Yep. John is in Rockwell's Ghost also. And then we've got Shattered Realm and Bayway, September 28th, with Ghost Home, Dragged, and Crown Vic, which Crown Vic's another fucking hard ass band if you're not hip.
I know Jordan.
Yeah.
Crown
Okay,
Vic.
sweet.
Yeah.
And
He's an
then
institution.
just announced today we got I Hate God, Legions of Doom, October 23rd. I think that's a Thursday. With Ghost in Me, Voluma, and Dooley, which Dooley's sick too. We didn't talk about them, but they're good. And then the last one that I've got booked coming up is November 17th with Scab Hag. And this is a metal show, by the way. I also want to shout out my wife, Cohen the Butcher. She is going to start hosting all these metal shows. So
Oh,
she's
nice.
going to announce bands and talk
That's
about
it.
stuff.
Yeah, it's super cool. Honestly, as soon as you name a band called Scab Hag, You don't have to tell me it's a metal show anymore.
You're right. You're right. And then Throne is on with them, and they're calling it the Throne of Scabs tour. That's
Smell as fuck, yeah.
and we
There's
got
a lot of metal fans in hardcore, so
absolutely. We got Dark Druid, which is yet another one of JD's 24 bands that he's in. Timeless Memory and Dream Killer. That one.
damn, Thomas Memory's back, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Remember those dudes from back in the day?
And we don't have the poster up here, but we're playing with them October 25th, an all ages show in Marmette.
Actually, saw that flyer. Let me pull it up real quick. Just for chat. I have seen that flyer. Saw it the other day.
That's going to be a sick ass show too.
Yeah, it is. Our homies Messenger Vessel was on that.
Yes.
I really wanted to shout out Messenger Vessel there.
Yes. Why didn't we talk about Mr. Vessel?
Because we're dumbasses. We're not good at this.
You better watch out, dude. We're going to be on here for another half hour.
Yeah. Luckily, I have to use the bathroom, so.
What do you mean? Just take that shit in there with you. We'll keep it going.
Here's the Timeless Memory. Oh wait, this isn't the All Ages show. That's the one you guys are doing. Wait, that's another show that they're playing. Hold on.
So they're playing another show the same night as Chromax.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay.
It's like, what are you doing? It's Chromax night, but whatever.
That's not gonna. I mean, here we go. This is the other one. The Timeless Memory, Messager's Vessel, Violent Convictions, Two Face, another
Yep.
local band, Against All, and I don't know how to read that font.
Loose ends.
Loose Ends. Okay,
That's a stacked lineup.
It is. And
that's
Loose
a good
Ends,
lineup.
I think they got a song out on Spotify called was it Red Queen?
Yeah, I think so.
But it goes some work. Check it out.
I
and
think
then,
the same night I'm gonna be at a pop punk show in Orlando.
we got one more thing, and this hasn't been announced yet, but our Oi band is playing the Halloween Hootenanny this year at the
Okay.
Empty Glass.
World famous Empty Glass.
Yep. And we want to shout out Amanda, who books at the Empty Glass and helps out with Remain Convicted. She runs the door at most of our shows. And that's gonna be a sick night too. So,
Sick. I used to go to the Halloween show every year at the Empty Glass.
It's pretty.
That's it.
I mean,
I
it's pretty
remember one year remember an old punk band, West Virginia punk band called the Peckerhead.
Oh yeah.
They did a reunion show at the Halloween show one year.
listen, I hope I'm not gonna get in trouble for this, but I don't give a fuck. We can fight about it. Pistol Whippers is gonna play the
Oh,
Hootenanny.
you're right. It wasn't the Peckerheads. It was the Pistol Whippers.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. It was the Pistol Whippers.
Get your costume
Yeah.
on.
And I'm gonna host it.
That's sick, dude. That's a legendary West Virginia punk band.
Absolutely.
They were the Peckerheads in their own right. So, but Pistol Whippers.
I was a little worried because our guitarist Brian and Bobby have a history.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you know Bobby Payton very well,
I
Love the
I
dude.
don't know him.
but he will try to grab your dick. And I don't know what it was, but one
Some
night
people
he
shake
was real
hands.
drunk, and he like kept going for Brian. And Brian, it was so bad. Brian, I love Brian. He's a little fellow though, and he like went and like stood in the corner to get away from him. It was pretty funny. But,
Some people shake hands. Bobby grabs dicks.
yeah,
It's
What's
just
Brian's last name?
flowers.
flowers.
Brian Flowers. Yeah, I went to college with him.
Did you
Oh,
really?
yeah. Okay.
He is such a good dude, and he is a phenomenal fucking musician.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he is.
Let's talk about script for a second. I know you got to poop or whatever. But listen, so
I'm just gonna grab this cup. No, I'm just kidding.
so when we had script practice, originally Brian wasn't going to be in it, but then I think you reached out to him.
Wait, so Brian Flowers is he's in script?
Yeah, he's in the Oi band with us.
Yeah.
That's correct. Just picture Brian
As-
Flowers
as
in a
is-
boy band is interesting. Okay.
Yeah, as is JD, obviously.
Yeah,
and,
JD's in it.
and John Gallimore.
Yeah, and John.
But yeah, no, I one thing that I really love about Oi Punk is, it's those simple leads that carry. It's the catchy little leads And with one guitar, it's really, really hard. Like I can't. I'm not doing double duty. You know,
Yeah.
I'm playing my chords. That's it. And I kept lobbying for, man, just we really need just a lead player.
But we had a show coming up really soon too.
like the next week.
Right. And so we had a practice with Brian. Corey had already sent him all the material. Well, I guess you and I both had. And he learned all the fucking guitar parts, came in, and
He just killed it.
we had a practice that could have been a stage performance. Like it was perfect. And yeah.
And we rolled out with Brian with one practice, put him on stage, and it was a
and
great
it
show.
fucking killed it.
First show we opened for The Take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, that's all three of those dudes are legends in their own right.
Yeah, I was standing side stage and Greg Tatari was there fucking, you know, getting set up and stuff. And he was like, "What's your name?" I said, "It's Tom." He said, "I'm Craig." I said, "I know who you are. What are you talking about?"
That's great.
So yeah.
Hey, man, it's good too. I don't listen to a lot of Oi, but I've been adjacent to because I mean before hardcore, I was the punk to hardcore pipeline. So like I grew up listening to like Black Train Jack and like Dead Milkman and
Right.
eventually led me
Listen.
to like Minor Threat and Black Flag.
You love pop punk. I'm gonna drop some bands. You need to check out Vanilla Muffins.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get my notes out now.
They call it Sugar Oi.
Vanilla Muffins.
You need to check out Yellow Stitches.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, I was just listening to a podcast with Adam from Yellow Stitches, and he was talking about how one of his biggest like influences was fucking Blink-182 for writing
Yeah.
boy songs. Dude, check it out.
I have a Blink-182 tattoo. That's South.
You need to listen to Yellow Stitches.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll check them
Sure.
out. Do you guys fuck with Skinhead?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I got
think-
a book in my car right now.
I've been
I'll read
like,
it while I'm shopping.
I keep this like top 5 list. I'm trying to keep until the end of the year. And I think right now it might be sitting at number 1 on my top 5 list. Either Skinhead or
is
Scarab.
So original.
It is. It's so original. You know, when we went to that Reverb Club in Reading,
The headliner was Michael Colby.
right. But Skinhead played, and Rob Lind from Blood for Blood.
He
We
just
were
popped
talking to him,
up.
and he was like, "I think they're my new favorite fucking band, the Skinhead, because it's so
There's-
original."
So good. I was like, so I like Haywire. I'm a Haywire fan. I listen to Skinhead and I'm like, this is like if Haywire wrote music specifically for me. That's how I feel when I hear it. It's like this is just Haywire, but they wrote the music for me personally.
Yeah, it's a good story, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
Like lyrically, the song about a dog.
Yeah.
You're gonna like shave your head next week after you listen to Yellow Stitches. It's the thing I'm telling you, dude. Dude, if you love Skinhead and you love Haywire and you love pop punk, Yellow Stitches
That's your
that's your new
Well,
favorite band. Songs.
I promise you, I'll listen to them as soon as I pee, and then
All right, we'll let you go, dude. Sorry.
if I don't be careful, I'm gonna have yellow stitches. But thank you guys for coming on. I'll keep you on for a second after the stream ends because we'll talk. But thank you guys for coming on, guys. This was Violent Convictions. The YouTube video will be up whenever I get it up. I'm trying to be consistent. Life's hard.
Well, dude, we appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
for
having us
sure.
on.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank you.
Thanks everybody
Alright.
for watching.
Also, Nick Nacho, Steve Slack, they're and JD, of course, he's in every band, but those are all our missing members tonight. So
Yeah.
sure.
We know JD, chat. JD was the dude and Don't Look Back.
Yeah.
So we'll eventually have him on again. But all right, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. See
man.
y'all next week with